Join me as I dive into the incredible story of the Battle of Badr and see if I can piece together the lessons it holds for us today. The Battle of Badr is one of the most pivotal events in Islamic history, and for good reason. It's a story of courage, faith, and perseverance in the face of overwhelming odds, and it's a testament to the strength of the Muslim community even in its earliest days. Muslims in Medina were facing a dire situation. They had migrated from Mecca to escape the brutal persecution of the Quraysh tribe, only to find themselves in a precarious position. The Quraysh, not content to let them be, had vowed to destroy the Muslim community and its leader, the Prophet Muhammad. The Muslims were vastly outnumbered and out-resourced, with limited supplies and equipment. They were also facing internal conflicts, with some members of the community questioning the Prophet's leadership and doubting their ability to withstand the Quraysh's attacks. To make matters worse, the Quraysh were a powerful and wealthy tribe, with strong connections to the ruling elite of Arabia. They saw the Muslim community as a threat to their power and influence, and were determined to crush it beneath their heels. The Muslims, on the other hand, were a ragtag group of believers, many of whom were slaves, outcasts, or marginalized members of society. They had little to lose, but everything to gain from their newfound faith. The stage was set for a bloodbath, with the Quraysh tribe amassing a large army to attack the Muslims. The Prophet Muhammad, sensing the danger, called upon his followers to prepare for battle. It was a daunting task, but the Muslims were undaunted, relying on their faith in Allah to see them through the coming conflict. In the months leading up to the battle, several key events took place that would shape the course of history. The Prophet Muhammad had dispatched a small group of scouts to gather information on the Quraysh's movements, but they were captured and tortured, revealing the Muslims' plans to the enemy. Meanwhile, the Prophet had also sent out a group of emissaries to negotiate with the Quraysh, but they were rebuffed, with the Quraysh declaring their intention to destroy the Muslim community once and for all. The strategic importance of the location couldn't be overstated. The battlefield at Badr was a narrow, dusty plain surrounded by rocky hills, with a few wells scattered about. It was a place of limited resources, where the outcome of the battle would depend on strategy, skill, and sheer force of will. The Muslims, led by the Prophet Muhammad, would have to be cunning and resourceful if they were to emerge victorious. The two armies clashed on a hot, sunny day in March 624 CE. The Quraysh, confident in their superior numbers and equipment, charged forward with a fierce battle cry. But the Muslims, fueled by their faith and determination, held their ground. Despite being vastly outnumbered, they fought with a ferocity that took the Quraysh by surprise, and soon the tide of the battle began to turn in their favor. As the battle raged on, the Muslims fought with a unity and cohesion that belied their small numbers. They worked together seamlessly, supporting each other and fighting as one. The Quraysh, on the other hand, were hampered by their own internal divisions and rivalries, which weakened their resolve and morale. In the end, it was the Muslims who emerged victorious, despite being outnumbered 3-1. The outcome of the Battle of Badr was nothing short of miraculous. The Muslims had defeated their powerful enemies, securing a crucial victory that would shape the course of Islamic history. The Quraysh, who had once persecuted and oppressed them, were now forced to confront their own weaknesses and limitations. The Muslim community, which had once been on the brink of destruction, was now more united and confident than ever before. The Battle of Badr may have taken place over 1,400 years ago, but its lessons remain as relevant today as they were back then. It's a testament to the power of faith, courage, and perseverance in the face of adversity, and a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for a brighter future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the significance of the Battle of Badr in the comments below. If you want to learn more about Islamic history, be sure to check out my other videos on the subject.